Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first edition. Man, I'm super excited of the Football Huddle. I am Gridiron Football League beat writer Jace LeJeune, and I appreciate everybody that's watching this live stream right here. If not, you're watching it after. Yeah, make sure to go and like, subscribe, share our YouTube channel. We got a lot of content. You go back, we have obviously our bowl game. You go back and watch our Gridiron Football bowl game, the junior and also the senior game as well, the junior high and the senior game. We have all kinds of interviews. We got game highlights, and we got shows just like this one, which is the Football Huddle. And I'm super excited about the show because we have all of our beat writers here at Gridiron Football being involved and talking about why their state is so good. And we got a lot of great states just around the country. I'm a little biased. I talk a lot about Louisiana, but we're going to talk a lot about the other states around the country. You just go to our website at gridironfootballusa.com, and man, we have about 8 or 9 articles per day from all over the country: Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, you name it. So these are some of our beat writers right here. We have 3 of our beat writers here at Gridiron Football, and we're going to talk about what we've been posting on the website. And first, I like to say we're going to introduce our Dallas guy. I know this is pretty much y'all first time on the show here, so y'all introduce yourselves.
So my name is Charlie Baker. I'm from the Dallas area. I'm the beat writer for the Dallas Metroplex and also a little bit of East Texas. So today I'm going to talk about 2 schools, one from the Metroplex and one also from East Texas, which is I feel like is not covered enough. So first for the Metroplex, we're going to go for the powerhouse Aledo High School. They're a 5A Division I. They're coming off of another state title. Fun fact about them: they have the most state titles in the state of Texas. The new coach is Robbie Jones. He's been at Aledo for 23 years. He was the offensive coordinator for 14 years, but this past year their coach retired. So Robbie Jones got the call as the new head coach. 3 kids I'm going to talk about today. First, the linebacker. I covered him, Devon Keys, just big built linebacker. He's going to get about any offer you're going to get. Yesterday he got an Alabama offer. He's got LSU offers. He's got Clemson, Ohio State, you name it. Kid's got a real special talent. Their top corner, Jay Allen. He's a Texas commit currently, class of 24. His brother, BJ, he is a corner at Texas right now. So the good bloodline right there. And then their quarterback, returning from a state title, Haas Haney. He's a Duke commit right now. He's still getting commit offers. He just got a Houston one not too long ago. I mean, you thought a state title team would lose a lot of talent. That team's just reloading, and they're going to be a very fun team to watch this upcoming year. Next, for the East Texas side, Pleasant Grove, another big powerhouse out of East Texas. 4A Division II. They lost in the quarterfinals this past season against Carthage, who went on to win the state title. 2017-2019 state champs, coached by John Gibson. He's going into his 9th season. I talked to him a little bit. He went to the school, and they were just a mediocre team at best, and they came in. He came in with his staff, and won 2 state titles, went to 2 other state title games and lost. So and he told me this could be his best team yet. So this team is going to be very fun to watch. They got a kid named Jalen Bordley. He's an athlete. He plays on both sides of the field. He's got LSU, Auburn, Arkansas, and they're just going to keep coming in. Very fast, physical kid. The safety I covered, Cade McFadden, very explosive. I mean, the kid flies off the screen. So many punishing tackles. He's got Tulane, Utah State, Duke, and his recruiting trail is just starting. So you'd love to see that. And then another kid on the team, as LSU fans, we know Landon Jackson, his little brother, Lance Jackson. He plays both sides. He plays defensive end and tight end. 6'6", 245, class of 25 kid. He's got Arkansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee. The kid, he's just huge on the screen. He disrupts so many plays. He's a fun kid to watch. So those two teams, if you guys want to see more, go on Gridiron Football USA and cover some more the Texas schools and follow me. So.
I'm sorry, Troy. What website again should we go to?
GridironFootballUSA.com.
And there's a lot of really good talent. You just mentioned all kinds of Division I players from the state of Texas. And what's that saying goes? Everything's bigger than Texas, right?
It really is. It really is. There's so many good teams, and I mean this is just the start of greatness in the state.
Well, Charlie, appreciate your input. Those are two great programs here in the state of Texas. And we're going to go to our Mississippi guy, Bailey Tabor. And Bailey, you're going to chance to introduce yourself, obviously. But Mississippi, they've had a lot of really good talent in that state as well.
Yeah, they really have. And I'm Bailey Tabor. I'm beat writer for Mississippi for Louisiana or for Gridiron Football USA. So Charlie, you said that you had a 6'6". How big was that guy again?
6'6", 245.
Well, I got bigger here
Okay.
in Mississippi.
Okay.
Tupelo High School is where I decided to write about not too long ago. They are a 6A high school that's going into 7A. They're dominant kind of in the 80s and 90s before having a little bit of a rough stint in the early 2000s. Picked it back up in the 2010s, and now they hired their head coach Ty Harden in 2020. Things have been going well there since then. They're the home of Smurf turf. They got the whole blue field, which is pretty cool. Last season they had perfect regular season, went 10-0, and regular season ended up 13-1 for losing the semifinals to the eventual state champs at Starkville. So they have, like I said, plenty of talent on the field over here at Tupelo. One of their guys is actually in the class of 2026, defensive end number 99, Raylon McCoy. He is listed at 6'7", 245 pounds.
Wow.
And he has the potential to be one of the best players in the state from what his coach had to say, and he's got plenty of years to show it over there at Tupelo. Their quarterback for Tupelo is the returning quarterback, number 3, Jeremiah Harrell. He's listed at 6'3", 170 pounds, and he actually, as a junior, led Mississippi in quarterback passer rating. He threw for 36 touchdowns and 2,600 yards, or 2,800 yards,
Okay.
actually, my bad. Then they actually have another explosive player, wide receiver, Tyreek Darden. He's 6'3", 190 pounds. He actually was second team all-division wide receiver in Mississippi, and he's a 3-star athlete that's already getting Power 5 interest. He actually has a younger brother. He's an upcoming, or actually same age, I think, brother, free safety, Shamar Darden, who's 6'2", 170 pounds, and their coach said that he's by far one of the best safeties in Mississippi, if not the entire South.
Okay.
So that's pretty exciting stuff out there from Tupelo.
Yeah.
Over at Oak Grove High School in Mississippi.
That's a powerhouse
southern,
right there.
Southern Mississippi in Hattiesburg. It's also a 6A school that's going to 7A. They're a powerhouse in the 2000s under former coach Neville Barr. They hired Drew Causey in 2015, and they've won state championships in 2013 and 2020. Last season, they only had 2 regular season losses. One was actually to Louisiana school, John Curtis.
Pretty good one.
And,
Pretty good one, Louisiana.
Pretty good one. And then they had an overtime game against Warren Central in Mississippi that they fell short to. Went to the playoffs. They went into the second round. They lost to Ocean Springs. Still pretty good season from them. They do have talent stemming from everywhere on the field. Their quarterback, number 3, Anthony Maddox Jr., is 6'2", 175 pounds. He's a dual threat quarterback, already 4 stars committed to Texas A&M.
Okay.
So he's
SEC.
pretty good. There's a running back they have that I actually got to write an article on for Diamond in the Rough, Kylan Champagne.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 5'11", 200-pound running back for him. He's class of 2025 absolute bowling ball and shifty running back that he can kind of do it all from that position. They also have a few more. Caleb Moore, upcoming senior on the D line. He's 6'3", 250 pounds. Just a freak interior lineman that's getting D1 offers from everywhere like Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas, and such. But there's more players from Oak Grove High School, but they're in the article online at gridironfootballusa.com.
Good tease right there. Good tease, Bailey. And, it's good to have Texas and Mississippi, but I'm a Louisiana boy, right? I mean, I'm one of the 3 beat writers here at Gridiron Football that covers the state of Louisiana. And backing me up, just showing me how really good Louisiana is, I got Nick Mautone. And Nick, have a chance to introduce yourself and talk about some of the stuff that you've been writing about in Gridiron Football.
Absolutely. So like Jay said, my name is Nick Mautone. I am the beat writer who covers South Louisiana here for gridironfootball.com. And this state has a lot of talent and a lot of good schools as well with a lot of talent. And I've had the chance to cover a few, and I have a couple today that I'd like to talk about. So first off, I have Scotlandville High School in Baton Rouge. They're situated in North Baton Rouge, kind of near the Southern University campus. They're a 5A District 4 school of about 1,000 students. They went 7-5 last year, 3-2 in their division.
Mm-hmm.
They had a first-year head coach in 2022, Ryan Cook.
Yeah, they did.
He's coached at a bunch of different schools here in the Baton Rouge area.
Mm-hmm.
They went 4-6, I believe,
Yep.
in 2021. So under a first-year head coach, they improved by 3 wins.
Right.
Now, the team did have a lot of talent last year. They actually have 13 2022 seniors who are going to be playing college football next fall. So you could kind of say it's a rebuilding year for them, but Coach Cook doesn't see it that way. They still have a lot of really good players who are returning.
Yep.
So 3 that he kind of shouted out in particular was Jeremiah George, first all-team district linebacker this year. Kyrie Langley, he's an athlete. He plays both sides of the football, running back and linebacker. And then Broderick Davis, who is a cornerback for the Hornets. That's just kind of who he mentioned specifically about who he expects their biggest impact players to be next year. And then I also recently covered Archbishop Rummel,
That's
which
another
is
good
kind
program.
of a powerhouse
Yep.
in the New Orleans area in Metairie, Louisiana. Actually was the high school of Jamar Chase and Kristen Fulton, two very famous players who played at LSU. So they are a 5A school in the Louisiana Catholic Schools Division. They went 6-6 last year, but they actually have won in the last decade. They've won 3 state titles: 2012, 2013, and 2019. So I talked to Nick Monica, who's the head coach there. They actually won a title in his first year coaching as the head coach in 2019.
Yep.
But they've kind of declined in performance a little bit since then. But he feels like last year is going to be the first year of kind of a rebuild. They lost a lot of kids in the class of 22, but they're returning a lot of talent and bringing in some talented freshmen next year. So hopefully they'll be back in contention to win their division and the state title. So 4 players that Coach Monica kind of shouted out was safety Darius Davis. He's just a really hard hitter. He had 178 tackles last year.
Wow.
And he has an offer from Marshall. That's the biggest school he's been offered from, although he hasn't signed yet. And then 3 more players was 2 running backs, actually, Jaden Martin and Norman Taylor. And then wide receiver Ruben Ramirez. Martin led the team in rushing yards last year, and Norman Taylor was second. And they're both returning, as well as their leading receiver, Ruben Ramirez. So they should have a pretty talented offense in 2023.
Oh, yeah, that's some good stuff, Nick. And those are 2 really big programs. I know about the state championship team you talked about. Rummel, that was one of the best high school teams I've ever seen. But for readers to get an opportunity to read more about those teams like Scotlandville and Rummel, where they should go to?
They should go to gridironfootball.com.
That's right, gridironfootballusa.com.
My bad.
Yep, not a problem. And then just to wrap it up, guys, good job, guys, coming here on the Football Huddle. And it was a great title because everybody's huddling together, coming together and talking about all the different places and teams that they cover around the country. And speaking of Louisiana, next week we're going to have our second episode of the Football Huddle, and it's going to be a really good one. I would highly recommend, if you're watching this, next Friday at the time will be determined, but it's going to probably be around 12 to 2. We'll have more specifics on that. But for right now, next Friday at noon at 12 o'clock, we're going to have our Louisiana Player of the Year. Myself, of course, Andy Bryson, Marcus Randall, Broderick Fowler. We're all going to have our input on see who are the top players this past year. We'll have a recap from really last year when we had 10 players of the week in the state of Louisiana. And this coming up year, or this coming up show, we'll talk about the top 5 players of the year. I'm sure if y'all have any guys that you want to comment here and nominate, feel free. This is what we could take in all favors here on the Football Huddle. So a couple of announcements here when we wrap up here on the Football Huddle. GridironFootballUSA.com. We mentioned a lot throughout this version of the Football Huddle. Go to our website every single day. We're going to have 8 to 9 articles a day during the week. That's more football than anywhere else you can find. We got, obviously, with Texas and Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama. You got Jace right here for the LSU beat writer. You'll get LSU football articles as well. We got camp coverage. We got anything that you can name, we have it right here at GridironFootballUSA.com. So make sure to check it out. And obviously, we got something pretty cool, I would have to say, that we just came up this past week. And that is, if you go to our website, GridironFootballUSA.com, you go to the very top, you'll see athletes. That's a new tab we added. So now, Gridiron Football has ourselves our own database. So you can go GridironFootballUSA.com, go to athletes. We have different players from 2024 all the way to 2029. You can go and find a player that has either participated in our camps or has, these guys have hit diamond in the roughs on. So you can see the star rating. You can see their picture, their article, some notes on the players and why they're rated as such. So I would highly recommend to check it out. So also, one more thing, we got our bowl game this year, December 27th through December 30th. Mark it on your calendar. Make sure to be there at Orange Beach, Alabama at the end of the year. And we're going to have some more information. So another reason you should go on our website, GridironFootballUSA.com. We'll have upcoming bowl game invites and invitations, commits coming up. So make sure to keep up with us here at GridironFootballUSA.com. For Charlie, for Bailey, for Nick, I'm Jace saying so long, and we'll see you next week right here on the Football Huddle.